What's up, YouTube? It's T-Master bringing you guys a Madden 19 offensive money play that can pretty much be anything. It will struggle against any kind of match principle, whether it be cover 3 match, cover 4 quarters, or palms. It's going to really struggle against that. So if they're running quarters, palms, or cover 3 match against you, I would suggest doing something else. So we're going to be going into the West Coast offense, gun bunch week. The play is deep corner. Now, I've also got something going on Twitter right now. 5 people out of the 100, after 100 votes, will be getting access to my website for a month for free. That includes a weekly coaching session for you guys who want to get ready for Madden 20 or work on something in particular. Be sure you go follow me on Twitter as well as vote on that poll and let me know once you have completed it. So we're going to start just in a regular quarters defense, lots of DBs out on the field, and we're audible from cover 4 quarter to cover 2 to cover 3 and work away from there. So first off, cover 4 quarters, what we want to do is we always want to get rid of this check and release. The check and release, I just don't like it. It used to be good. It's not very good anymore. It's kind of pointless. So you're going to go and block your running back, and then your tight end, you can do 2 different things, and this all depends on what your opponent is doing. If you notice they're shading over the top frequently, then you can put him on a zig. Otherwise, we're just going to put him into a flat route. Now, yes, he's already in a flat route, but this flat route sucks. He just runs all the way to the sideline, and he'll get that stupid animation where you throw the ball, and he just keeps running. So we're going to put him into a manual flat, so you notice big difference right there. Then Julio Jones, we're going to drag. Now, the reads for this play all depending on how your opponents are reacting. If they just run the stock, no shading whatsoever, then the corner route is going to be open, or the post route, or the drag route, or the flat. Pretty much make the read because a lot of stuff is going to be open with this ran as is. So we're going to watch for the corner route right here. And dot, you can see that we had the drag underneath as well. You can see we had the post route opened early also. So we're going to do that one more time. Now, one important thing is, if you guys are noticing your receivers constantly running into each other like a fat walrus, then you need to make sure you need to start motioning them out. Motion out this post route so they don't run into each other. So, motion out Calvin Ridley, snap the ball, make the read. Very easy. And we just get a really bad pass. Now, I tried to low point that pass right there. You can try to high point pass. I hate high point pass. I think it's way overused. But oftentimes, if you low point pass, click onto the receiver, pray that you actually get a good throwing animation. It's going to be frequently open, especially if they decide to shade underneath. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys shading underneath this time. So the flat route's going to be boxed. The drag route for the most part is going to be boxed, but we're going to go ahead and snap the ball. And look at the corner out wide open. Now you guys, okay, well, what if they start shading over top like I was talking about earlier? So we're going to go ahead and shade over the top. So this time, if you notice that they're shading over the top a lot, we're going to change that flat route. We're going to do a zig route instead. So that's Y-A right on the right stick. And then we're going to go ahead and set up everything else as is. Motion him out. Snap the ball. Zig route underneath for a gain of about 5 yards. Now you see that the corner route is still getting open even if they shade over the top. So we're going to go change this into cloud flats now. So we're going to go and set it up. Motion this guy out. These are with cloud flats. You notice that the corner out's going to be played a lot more, but again, underneath is wide open. Now that is a cover 4 drop. So now we're going to a cover 2. We're just going to audible straight into it. Cover 2, if you notice, we're running a cover 2 a lot. Here's what we're going to do. Zig route every single time. Your tight end has to be on a zig route. You can put them on a flat route, though. A cloud flat, for some odd reason, tends to jump that route frequently. Same thing as always, Julio Jones, always on a drag route. Motion this guy out and wait. Now, obviously, with a cover 2, that post route, you're going to be able to split the safety very easily over the top, especially if you notice they're using the guy that could be in a middle third. So that's against the cover 2. Cover 2 hard flat, obviously the corner route's going to get wide open. The post route's going to split the safeties. It's pretty basic. Now we're going to get into a cover 3. So cover 3, same thing as our cover 4. Flat route your tight end. Block your running back. Drag your solo receiver, whoever that may be. If you can have a Tyreek Hill in this situation on that side, that would be our optimal receiver, just because drag and speed equals deadly. So snap the ball. Again, looking for the corner out on the sideline. somehow magically he is able to get the rack ag. If you guys aren't rack agging, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But very, very basic, very easy reads. Flat route, you can see open for about a gain if you're able to get lucky like that. Gain about 3 yards if you throw it pretty quickly. If you run it stock, he's going to just dumb out and keep running to the sideline, and most times just not even bother catching the ball. So go ahead and snap the ball. You can see right here, corner out, wide open. Luckily, you got to, again, make the click on catch. It's much more effective if you do that than the CPU catch it for you. So we're going to this time run a zig route. We're going to audible into cover 3 sky. Have a zig route on the middle, or running outside the field. You can see right there, gain for about 5 yards. Again, very, very easy, very effective, and pretty much can toast any kind of coverage. Now, the only coverage you may run into issues with are any sort of man coverage, as well as cover 4 quarters, cover 3 match, cover 4 palms. Cover 4 quarters is going to give you the most issues, and that's because of the match principle behind it. Now, man defense, there are ways to beat it. Obviously, you could always put, if you're running into cover 4 quarters, here's my suggestion, is to put Julio Jones on a comeback route, but we'll do that in a separate video. So this is just how you can attack any kind of cover 4 drop, cover 3 sky, or any other kind of cover 3 aside from match, as well as any kind of cover 2. This is the setup. Of course, your tight end is always a variable based on what your opponents are doing, whether they're running a cover 2 every single down, cover 3 every single down, cover 4. That's going to change what you guys are going to need to do as far as route combinations out on the field. But as always, be sure your tight end is not on that stock flat route. That flat route sucks, and it's just garbage, so just do not run it. You guys will thank me later. So that's going to take care of this video. If you guys are new, first off, subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to check me out on Twitter with that poll. 5 people out of, after we get 100 votes, will get a free membership to Meister Madden for 1 month. It is the gold version, so it is the most expensive version. You guys don't want to miss out on that. And until next time, get in the lab. This has been T Meister. See ya.